long, but as we said, they are just a massive org here. They just take over the space as we do dive into game number 1. Even in the elevator yesterday at the hotel, don't tell me an early goal here as I'm trying to tell a story, come on. Yesterday at the hotel, there was a fella in there with me in the elevator that didn't speak English. He just saw me and he saw the Esports World Cup badge, and he kind of looked at me and I looked at him and I said Esports because he was looking at the badge. And he could tell as we were going up to our floor, he was thinking of something to say, but he had no English. But he looked at me and he went, Falcons. So I went, yeah, Falcons. Then he was grinning from ear to ear. He knew Falcons. Even when perhaps the language barrier can be a thing over here, everyone knows who Team Falcons are.
You can't not know them. They are plastered everywhere. You can get Falcons themed like lunch boxes in restaurants here. It's actually insane. But yes, first potential goal of the game almost went to the Falcons right there. I mean, it's been a pretty decent attack here in the first minute or so here for them. Not quite unexpected, but again, all eyes fall into Gen.G to see what they're capable of.
Yeah, pick this one as well as the match of the day, the Jamil Motorsport match of the day. Well, so far it's been one-sided for Falcons. They have had all the pressure the first minute, and it's going to be TRK. You can see him just half give it, cut rotation, the half rotate front post, and all of Gen.G just getting caught out.
Oh man, in first killer, actually no boost there. There was no way to get a bailout in any capacity. Falcons want to build on that first goal lead here, already back in the orange side. Chronic's going to try and take this one away, trying to 2v1 his way on out into the corner here. No second touch on it. This one, take it away, ping-ponging its way around the midfield. First killer to send it up, and this is the person that everybody's got their eyes on. First killer, first to score.
Yeah, he looked hot yesterday. He looked in form, and you can see it again. Just a great challenge, overcommit there. Falcons not ready. And Gen.G, as we said, they're going to have the work cut out for them because, I'm not sure if you heard it there, Herc, after that first Falcons goal, the TRK chant starting already. Someone tell them it's Friday. We've still got a few days left, and they're still screaming from here to here. I mean, it's going to be tough for Gen.G to come up against not only Falcons, but the entire crowd as well.
Yeah, I feel like there's a mental part of the game that a lot of people don't talk about, which is, you know, being in a crowd that is completely against you. To even see an online favorite of what it was like 97-3 or something.
Yeah.
That is a little rough there, although I'm sure Jack, Chronic, and First Killer of all people couldn't hold their own. But to have those chants, I know the crowd is going crazy. Ruas to 2.
Yeah, you can just see the slice and dice here, and it's a poor clear from First Killer. He tried to drop it down into the corner for Chronic, but Ruas was just the first one there on the scene to read it. The second goal, they get the lead once again. Falcons are loving it. You can see there the picture-in-pitch up. They're just filling up that crowd.
They look so happy, so excited. We see the waves, and potentially another goal here for you guys to scream for. 2:55 on the clock. No touch there. Great fake indeed. Chronic to finish. Gen.G to tie.
Yeah, great fake there. Jack just so clever. You can see they're going to wait for it. They have to respect the touch. He was up so quick, but Chronic didn't need any boost to find the bottom corner. Great placement. Gen.G, as we said, they've equalised once again. We talk about the home court advantage, but I think Gen.G's a perfect team to deal with that. They seem pretty cruisy. They're sort of just an easy-going team as well, similar to how G2 have been at this event as well. They're taking it all in their stride. They're playing a bit of Tekken while they can as almost the dunk comes through, and I don't think they'll be too phased by this one-sided crowd.
Yeah, no, you can't be if you are Gen.G. I think they know how to hold their own fairly well. I will say, though, there are moments where this team is very emotional, but that doesn't have to be a bad thing. I feel like they allow that to drive themselves forward, especially in moments like this. They've been able to respond so quickly to the Falcons, not once, but twice, and almost getting the third goal right there. So this one goes out mid. Ruas over one, tries to take a shot on target, but Chronic, small little clear.
Yeah, I like this from Gen.G. Really smart from Jack as well. He forced a touch. Chronic could get the control, and they're straight on the counter-attack again. TRK this time launches it downfield. You can see it's going to be a short-lived attack. They've got no boost to work with Falcons. Ruas can throw it across. TRK scoops up the mid, but they're just not able to find much past midfield. Great pass to Chronic. Huge dunk coming through from the Falcons. Might be the end of Gen.G's attack, but you can see again, zero boost. TRK able to get the 100 now, but Falcons needing all three members. It's a phenomenal shot from TRK. Perhaps they don't even need any boost because he's found the bottom corner. He's found it just some sort of a window that Chronic can't reach.
the level of communication between those two also as well. Ruas leaving that one for him to take the shot. The crowd screaming on their feet in excitement. Falcons back in the lead here. Game number one, it's been so back and forth, and they're looking to stop this. Killers trying to go up for the double. He finds it, and Falcons to 4.
Okay, that's a statement piece from Killers. Have a look at this. The double. Chronic had to pre-jump, but the placement's phenomenal. Top left corner wide open. And that's what they needed. Just a little bit of breathing room, a 2-goal lead. Each time Gen.G's been able to equalize straight away, but this is going to be tough now with 90 seconds left.
Little demo there off the kickoff. Gen.G just trying to break on into that half. But you got less than 90 seconds to go, and everybody keeps getting sent back home. And Team Falcons comfortably up by 2 right now. Looking to turn it into 3. Ruas just trying to force his way on through. Killer stops this in the mid. And First Killer has some space to work with. You can see Jack trying to go up and open up some space for him, but still Falcons doing a great job of stopping and cutting off every play.
Little double commit there from the Falcons. TRK, good boost, able to just launch it downfield. He's not going to take too many risks. As you can see, Killers, as he goes to the reset. 50 seconds. Falcons done really well these last 40, just to neutralize this one. Hang on to this 2-goal lead.
Ruas loses the 50 on Jack, but great follow-up from Killers. The back pass for Gen.G to try and transition out is successful, but no follow-up to come through in time. Precious seconds being wasted. And Ruas's touch might be the one that ended this all. 30 seconds left on the clock here. Falcons still leading by 2. And Gen.G falling behind in the last few moments of game 1.
Yeah, they were always chasing tail, though, for this game. Always at a deficit, even when they were able to claw the margin back. You see how quickly Falcons are able to put on goal after goal. A really strong start here in game number 1. It's going to be too little too late here for Gen.G. Just going to be able to keep the margin to 2, or are they? Never mind. TRK gets a hat-trick to open up game 1.
Tries to just get involved on it, does exactly what we've seen every time, find his way on in. You couldn't be happier if you're a Falcons fan right now. This is the level you wanted to see them playing at. I'm sure everybody was extremely disappointed in the way that the grand finals had played out back in London. So to see them back in that kind of top form and just building on it right off the jump when it matters most is so huge headed into the series.
There's only two things that people love here in Riyadh. It's Team Falcons and it's Johnny Boy. And right now, one of them is absolutely stepping up. What a start. 6 goals, if you don't mind. It was 4-2 10 seconds ago. But they're just going to perhaps deflate the mental of Gen.G with a couple of late goals. 4-goal win there coming through for the home crowd favorites.
Oh man, I love hearing the chants. I love seeing the stadium full. It's energy that truly is unmatched.
What a start, what a statement made by Falcons. You can see Chrome now, coach of Gen.G, just giving them a bit of reinforcement. They can reset. Series obviously, there's a long way to go for now, but again, we saw what G2 did after a game 1 win. They just went on and built that momentum. You'd think the momentum's only going to be even bigger when you do have the entire crowd at your disposal as well. But Gen.G, I thought they looked okay. Just a little bit shaky in defense, as you can see there. Just giving the ball up. They look good with their boost control, but just a few missed touches.
Yeah, there was a couple of defensive mistakes that Falcons were pretty easily able to capitalize on. They saw a tiny crack in the defense and they took that as a wide open net. But I do got to give props to them in the first stages of that game. They were able to respond fairly quickly. It was just that moment where Falcons were able to run away with things, like you said, in that last, 10 seconds, we saw 2 goals go up. That's got to kind of beat you down a little bit. You want to be able to hold on in those last few moments. But whether you like it or not, you're going into game number 2. Gen.G down by 1 in the series and almost down by 1 in game 2.
They still could be. Roas wants the double touch. He's got to fake it out. Where's the follow? Killers is just a little bit close this time, but look at this, keeping the pressure on. It's been fantastic off the kickoff drop down. Roas wants in his 3rd man as well, but he's not worried about that. Able to just keep the pressure. First killer, though, with a nice win. Wasn't able to get the second on it as Chronic. Well, he's not able to get the boost on the 100. The corner boost did not spawn for him. Roas able to pop it up. It does have killers. Look how quick the twins are working together. Here's the reset as well. He's got a fake low and drop. What a save. Follow-up shot wide. Chronic in big trouble. Double commit Gen.G. They might be able to get them on the counter-attack, though. Jack over to first killer. And everyone on Falcons able to get back.
And I do gotta say, because I was gonna point this out earlier, and I was waiting to see if it was gonna happen, that moment where Gen.G almost got the goal off the counter, although Falcons were able to get back in time, there have been a few moments where they are overcommitting in the hopes that that first or second man is going to get that shot, and they haven't been able to do so as successfully as they did in game one. So if Gen.G can find that space, make that big clear and follow it up, this could be a different story than what we saw before.
As Gen.G, well, they've staved it off early. I mean, it's just last-ditch saves, so it feels like at any moment, Falcons, even when you think they're not quite set up to score, it's still so awkward, and there's a massive mistake. First killer cannot get a fingernail on it. It's going to be Falcons once again. It's just Jack getting dusted at the ball. First killer not respecting the beat, and Killers just walks it in.
I mean, at some point, you do have to recognize how motivated the Falcons are right now to just keep driving that ball forward no matter what. And this is also the second time that we've seen first killer get put in that last person situation. It's low on boost, and then it's just the weirdest decisions to make and no save to come through. Falcons still leading by 1, potentially 2 here as Killers tries to go to the backboard. Instead, this one bounces out.
Yeah, he got a second touch. He was able to almost get that one on target. So far, though, Falcons just look mechanically better. They just look faster, and look at the bumps. Roas is trying to find. Jack's done a huge save out of the roof of net. Put him in a 2-0 lead just there, but you can see it's heroics coming out. The demos is going to be too much. Chronic again, he just can't get it in time. Killers with the second.
Falcons are just faster. They are so much faster right now, and aggressive. They're not letting up on Gen.G. They even understand that Gen.G isn't able to attack or have as many opportunities as they did in game one, and that's not stopping Falcons from demoing them off the play, making them even more uncomfortable than they were before.
Yeah, I mean, I had this as my Jamil Motorsport match of the day, not because it was going to be close, but because it was going to be party time in Kitty Arena. The home crowd, the Falcons, they're just having fun right now. This has been such a strong start here, and as we said, if they win this, we straight through to the playoffs, giving themselves the best chance, the best seeding into that quarterfinal matchup. Gen.G, though, still a lot of time left. Half the game here in game number 2. First killer, no boost, but you can just see how confident the challenges are coming through. TRK not able to get that pass this time, but no boost here for Gen.G outside of first killer. Means that they're going to have an easy transition down the other end.
And very rare, odd thing I saw in the background of things, but Jack missed the big boost on the trail back, and if Falcons had cleared that, that would have been detrimental. So tiny little things like that are moments where Falcons can just continue to build on the empire that they are putting out for the world to live in right now. Less than 2 minutes to go. Gen.G haven't been able to respond quite yet. This one off the sidewall here. Floater in the air, Chronic. Gonna try and catch it, slow things down here to the backboard. No cleanup in sight. Instead, it's just Gen.G trying to find each other, keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, it's just such a slow attack, though. They're really only able to get that one fake goal happening in game number 1. Chronic, here's a great chance. Double, can he get it? He got round 1, but look how quick the rotations come through for Falcons.
It's like you said, they're slower. They're constantly trailing behind right now. Even when they have these moments of opportunity to try and find their way in, whoever's next to help keep it going is like a moment or two delayed. And Falcons, that's not what they've got going on. Everything that they put out on the field is almost instantaneous, but defensively it's the same story. Everything just clicks.
Again, they just, the play style, this meaner play style, and trust me, I've been experiencing this in the talent lounge in ranked. They just go. They're so aggressive. Whoever's closer to the ball just goes, and sometimes you think, well, what are they doing? But so often it works out. It's also how they drive, I think, in Riyadh as well, based on how the shuttles have been happening. It is absolute chaos, but it is so fast and so hard to deal, or just so challenging for the other team, just knowing the speed is going to be always on the ball. And here we go again. It's Killers up to Roas. TRK wants in. The panic from Gen.G is immense.
Oh my gosh, less than 30 seconds to go. Low boost. First killer tried to find Chronic on this one, but it's just a bounce up back into the hands of the Falcons here. First killer takes it away. Shot on through. 16 seconds in a dream to get back into this series here for Gen.G.
First killer feels like he's the only player right now that can create offensively. He's once again been able to outpace Falcons, which has been very rare so far this series. 16 seconds. What's a kickoff strat? What's Chrome called? They've gone sidewall. Chronick's going to have to leave, and Jack's backed off. They've lost that kickoff. That's not what you want with 10 seconds left. The Falcons going to be able to lock this in. This would be huge to reverse sweep Falcons. Nigh on impossible, as Rawas is just going to clear it downfield. It's wide. It's over the top of Jack, and all they need is ball on ground. Pop up. First killer still with boost. Killer's jumps. Gets a block in. Jack still with a little bit to work with. Over to Chronic, but look how quick Rawas comes through. Falcons 2-0.
From Rawas, I got to give props to him. He recognized that Jack was just trying to find that last man there, and everybody was lurking around, but no hope is given to Gen.G. I mean, my gosh. Falcons just look incredible. This is the Falcons that was dominating in Copenhagen.
Yeah, this team is just... Again, it feels like they're elevating with that home crowd advantage. I know TRK spoke about it in an interview. He loves playing here. He's obviously been for the previous couple of iterations of Gamers 8 as well. Now the Esports World Cup, and well, they just keep getting better and better. And I just say that visually, they're the most symmetrical team, aren't they, on the play cams? You've got the twins on either side and TRK in the middle. It just looks good when they're on stage together. Have a look at them. TRK obviously the leader with the young twins, and they are just so tough to play, as we said. The pressure, the offense, the pace is right now no match for, well, Gen.G have no match for it.
No, they don't. It's very reminiscent of the G2 BDS game where it's like, what do? You're throwing your hands up, and you got to respect that the Falcons are just playing an incredible series right now. Everything on all fronts clicks and works. Any mistake is such a 1% rarity right now that you can't count on that to find your way on through. And now Gen.G backs against the wall, last chance before they head to their last chance as Falcons look to qualify to the playoffs.
You expect day number one of pretty much any tournament that's seeded correctly to be one-sided, but then once you get into day two, we had a look at the matchups at the start of the day thinking, okay, here we go. We're going to get some game fours, game fives. We're going to get some close series. So far, G2 absolutely dominated BDS, and Falcons one game away from sweeping Gen.G. It'd be a pretty strong start to Friday.
30 seconds into this one, and it looks exactly like the first two games went. Falcons on a disgusting attack that just never seems to end. Gen.G had finally gotten out, and then they just find themselves again back in that orange side. It never stops. TRK holds onto this ball for now. This one's gonna drop down. You see killers. And this is something I've noticed too. Gen.G, as time has gone on, they're sending somebody extremely far upfield in hopes that they can get that clear to get some sort of like a catch-off pass. But they can't get the clear in general. So what you're doing is you're putting yourself in 2v3 situations because the Falcons, they're on this crazy attack of just drive upfield, all steam ahead.
Just so much space as well. You can just see how many solo plays they're able to get off without any challenge. Even again here, TRK, there's just no midfield game at the moment here for Gen.G. Always having two players back off, almost playing a 1-up, 2-back sort of play style, and that's just because of the speed of Falcons. They don't want to be there in the midfield. You can see again just how quick TRK, and he almost lands on it with a reset. Rawas doesn't get the double follow-up shot blocked. Chronic's come up huge, but so many times it has to be a double save. A player, as we said, stepping up for Gen.G in defense because, you know, they're not really able to rotate in time or as fast as Falcons.
Yeah, it's definitely just, unfortunately, a slower game for Gen.G right now. Falcons, the pace of play that they've dictated what the series is going to be at is almost too much for them. Another big clear into their half, and they don't even look stressed when it falls into the hands of Gen.G because almost mere moments later, every time they are capable of taking it back almost immediately here. Big bump off the play. Jack to clear out on that blue side. Second touch could be a setup here, but another clear comes in.
And you can just see First Killer not exactly willing to push up hard on that, but I want to see Gen.G, I want to see that second man more aggressive. So right now they're getting dusted to the ball, just like right here. Rawas double blocked out. Great save, Abjack. He's got to go again though, because the shot's on. Bar down, double touch, and he's dunked it in. Killers, Falcons, once again, getting the first goal.
You cannot stop stop them. They are inevitable right now. Everything they touch turns into a goal.
I mean, they are just looking so good right now. You can see Coach Crone for Gen.G, one of the great minds, one of the great coaches of Rocket League. You can tell he was a great mind because he had no mechanics when he played. Even he didn't have an answer until now. Finally, they get a kickoff goal to work. It's the 50 that comes across, and Chronic with a lovely fake. He gets demoed for it. Has to throw his body on the line. They do get a cheapie off the kickoff.
And that was that same strat that I was making mention to that Gen.G has been trying to play so many times, sending somebody so far upfield to either put their body in front and try and be a literal brick in front of someone to stop them. Unfortunately for them, that's the only time it's worked. And Falcons are just rinsing and repeating off the backboard. Ruas to take a shot, sent off TRK next around the corner.
Falcons don't want to be able to giving up this game. I understand that they're one game away from a sweep, but Gen.G, if they get some momentum, if First Killer gets some momentum, it's also pretty tough to stop. So far, though, still in relative control. The men in green. 50 comes through. Killers able to scoop up that mid-100. Pops onto the top of Jack. Midfield game not there here for Gen.G. Off the corner. Where's the follow-up? It's going to be Ruas. Great speed. Chronic's awkward. Follow-up shot. Great save. TRK, can he get around it? He's got to throw it sidewall. No one there at the moment for the Falcons. Gen.G, they're sweating in defense, but they're making it work.
And you just got to keep going. You can't let up either. Ruas leaving this one for TRK. Barely gets past Chronic. Just over a minute left here. Tied game. This one denied for Gen.G to transition in. Instead, TRK off the ceiling down. Chronic uses everything left in the tank to try and take it out, but it just falls back into the hands of Ruas. Off the backboard, not through, and we stay tied.
Oh, Gen.G are having to come up clutch to stop this onslaught of offense coming through. Killers, look at the space they're getting. The midfield game, the second man, so dominant. Jack with the clear, the bump comes through. First Killer can't get the touch. It's got to be Killers with space. He's got to fake it out. Anyone underneath? You betcha. It's TRK. Falcons, 46 seconds left. Just need to hang on now.
Throw your hands up and stand up for the Falcons. They are on the road to a sweep on one of the top teams in North America.
They look so comfortable right now. You can see it in the player cams, but they've almost conceded off the kickoff. What a save follow-up. This has to be a goal. Shot. Triple commit from the Falcons. We might be seeing some nerves finally as the last 30 seconds. They just need to hang on. 30 seconds away from the playoffs, through from the upper bracket. First Killer pops it up, tries to get one more, dunked out this time. Jack, what can he do? He's trying to find Chronic. He's got 100 boost. He gets the beat, drop down. Killer's in trouble, but clutches with a touch.
And literally no boost left for Jack. He's third man right here. Makes his challenge on out. 12 seconds on the clock. Gen.G last-ditch efforts to come through. Might be denied with that clear here. No boost collect for Chronic means Killers is just going to waste all the time in the world. This one popped up. Jack, low boost. TRK looks to try and kill this one. It's going to bounce off, and it's going to hit the ground. Welcome to the playoffs, Team Falcons.
And they have done it in stunning fashion as well. I reckon the average heart rate combined is under 100 for these three players. They looked cool, calm, and collected. They didn't let the pressure of that home crowd get to them. And if anything, they elevated with it. Wowee, what a performance against Gen.G, who's not a team to sneeze at, one of the top 8 teams in the world. And once again, similar to the first series, it was so one-sided. That time, I believe it was, well, 10 goals to 4 perhaps. So once again, Falcons getting the job done and looking fantastic along the way.
I think this is the